What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Bartley and Barnes. And like we said in our Hunger Games book review, we are doing little short segments for now until we can get together and record the full Bartley and Barnes show. I'm Jacob Bartley. That is Kieth Barnes. What is going on, man?
What's happening? Ready to talk some cuckoo's nests.
Yes. So
some crazy people.
On our show, we did a segment called Homework Assignments where we kind of assigned each other little assignments where it was either a movie, the first couple episodes of a TV show, maybe even a novel or an album to listen to. So last time I challenged Kieth to watch one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 10 of all time, and that is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I also love the novel, one of probably my favorite Jack Nicholson performance. So I was wanting Kieth to watch this movie. So Kieth, what do you think, man?
This is one of those holes in my resume as a cinephile.
Yes.
One of those ones where, I've always been meaning to watch, and I'm glad just to have you guys, and especially you, to finally get me to watch it. Like it was because it was on Netflix forever, right? And I had it in my Netflix list, and I just never matter. Sometimes you got to just click play and just watch a thing. Like I would always kind of scroll, look at it, and just go, I'll just watch another episode of like The Good Place or something, or whatever, Scrubs or whatever.
Yeah.
But I finally watched it, and I didn't realize the setting. I kind of alluded to it on Apocalypse Now last night, but the setting, because it's a movie. It was 75, 74, I think maybe 70. What year was this movie?
It was in the 70s.
70 something.
I thought it was 77, but I don't know. Let me see.
70. Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have had that. But it's set in the early 60s.
Oh, it's 1975. I think you said 75. Yeah.
75. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. And
but the setting of the book is in a different. The setting's in a different era, I think.
It's like late 50s, early 60s, I think.
Yeah.
Which was, and watching films, 70s films were just like kind of way more.
Because the novel came out in 1962, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's set there. Yeah, I think that's what it's set. I need to read that. I should read the book too.
It's amazing. We could talk. We could do a review on that too.
Maybe I'll read it. But Jack right away is just so, man, everything I've advertised, like I've always heard about.
Amazing, right?
This is the best. I'm like, this is like, oh my gosh, there's not a whole lot of Jack Nicholson stuff I've seen. I've seen a lot, but not like a lot. He's got so much. Like there's so much of his older stuff that I hadn't seen. This is the one people reference so much, and I don't even know what to say. Like this was like the best I've ever seen of him.
That the McMurphy character just in literature is beloved, and then him playing him,
right?
Crazy.
Man, he just, oh my goodness, I just couldn't stop watching him. Like he was so funny. He was so, I don't know how to describe him, but I think there was a lot of question in the story. Like, is he crazy or is he just dangerous?
The thing is, so he was just a guy who likes to drink, likes to party.
Yeah. I don't think he was. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he was either. I think he was just he did say some stuff that he said he did that was kind of like, ooh, did you? Ooh, that doesn't sound too good. But I think he just in the right situation, and that's kind of what this movie's about. Like, the way I'm big on mental health and psychiatry and this. I've
that's why I love this so much.
Yeah, and the way they handle it back then, obviously, not even just when the story is set, but even in the time the movie was made in the 70s, like it's so different.
And that's what the author he wanted to expose this type of. He said it was based on a lot of real stories.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
It wasn't. They weren't real people that it was based on, but like it was a lot of real situations that went on in these type of places.
Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely believe that. And there's an author from the late, maybe mid 1800s, named Nellie Bly, who did an expose on the mental health. That she like went undercover in a asylum for like 10 days, and same thing, just exposed a lot of just terrible treatment and stuff like that. And I was expecting, so to be honest, and I alluded to this last night as well on Apocalypse Now. So the Nurse Ratched character, that's the one, she's seen as this great villain, and I was kind of watching her, I'm like, she doesn't seem that bad to me, to be honest. Like, she's definitely tough.
Oh yeah.
She's definitely she's hard. She's hardcore. Yeah, but I don't know. I just
she's not. I don't even think she's not really a villain. She's an antagonist for sure.
Absolutely.
But the thing is, if you think about it, like, there's an argument to be made that maybe McMurphy belongs in a jail cell, but he probably doesn't belong there.
Well, certainly when he attacks her, for sure. It's because at that moment I'm like, oh no. I was like,
the thing with her is she's able to get away with so much that, like, if she didn't have that authority and she was doing that stuff, it would be terrible. But because she has so much power in that place, she's able to do these things. And to me, sending these people, these mentally, people who are having mental issues, sending them to become vegetables is evil. Right. And it's not just her decision. It's not just her decision, but she's enabling it and pushing for it. So
yes,
it's kind of evil.
Oh, and it's a practice that, from what I understand, is outlawed pretty much in America. They don't do it anymore because it is so terrible.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I'm watching it, and I'm watching like these kind of therapy sessions and I'm like, well, just what is the, like, and maybe that's the point of the movie, but I'm just like, what is the goal here? Like, what is the point? Like with these characters, like, what are you trying to do? And I mean within the story.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to, like, because talk therapy is a huge thing, and a character like McMurphy, like, he certainly, like you said, he would need to be speaking to someone about his anger or whatever it is that he feels that makes him do what he does. But just like doing it in group and kind of asking questions that are not really, I don't know. I don't know. I just was watching it like, what is, I can get why they're all so frustrated, because, like, it's like, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah.
I love the cast. I had no idea it was these.
Danny DeVito, Christopher Lloyd,
very young Danny DeVito. This one actor who is in I can't remember, the one kind of older guy. He's kind of got the kind of droopy face kind of guy.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Young. I'm mad that I'm blanking on his name. He's in the Two Towers. He plays Wormtongue in the Two Towers. The kid, the guy, Billy.
Oh yes, Billy. Oh yeah, the Billy character, man.
Yeah. He's in Lord of the Rings. So I saw him. I went, oh, that guy looks. Yeah, I looked him up. That's Wormtongue from the Two Towers. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, he's great. He was really great. And his man, that whole thing. Once all that got going, that's when it got like, oh boy, this is. You could just tell like something terrible was gonna happen.
It was is shocking.
Yeah. Just, oh man. And of course, Chief, that guy's great.
Yes, the Chief character. Hey, how funny is it when he reveals that he's not deaf?
He's talking. Right. He can talk. He's perfectly fine.
And it's funny because it's smart. You could get away with so much because of that.
Right.
And everybody talks in front of him. He probably heard so many secrets that
absolutely
didn't think he heard.
And it took a guy like McMurphy to get through to him, like to get him to open up, which I love.
And so the novel is told in first person perspective from Chief.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. I gotta read this, man. I gotta read it.
Yeah.
I gotta read that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, there's some. Oh my goodness, when they went fishing on the boat, like, I loved
and
that
how happy they were.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like that, I really enjoyed that, and I love that about him. Now, granted, he stole a boat, and went fishing.
But to give them that moment, though,
right,
which was
absolutely
awesome.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, he was magnetic in this role. Like, I'm just I would. Like, I love him in A Few Good Men because he's so terrible in that. Obviously the Joker and as good as it gets. He's really great in that. I think this as old as it is, this might be his best role.
It is I mean, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor. Louis Fletcher, I believe. Louis Fletcher was amazing as Nurse Ratched, in my opinion, and I believe she won for Best Actress.
I think she did. Yeah. So
I gotta look it up real quick.
I'm pretty sure she did. And was this Best Picture as well? I had been Best Picture.
Cuckoo's Nest. I think it did win Best Picture. Oscars. All right, so it won Best Actor, it won Best Picture, it won Best Actress, it won Best Director, and it won Best Adapted Screenplay. Oh my goodness! I knew that, but it's been a while since I looked at that, and I forgot.
Cleaned up. Yeah,
dude. Those are like 5 of the top main awards.
And 75, I think Rocky was 76, so maybe.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I was up against Rocky.
Didn't Rocky win or no?
Rocky won. You're right. Yeah, so you're right. So okay, I think it was 76. But either way, it cleaned up, man, and deservedly so. I guess definitely one of the all-time greats, and so I'm so glad I watched it.
Dude, I want to rewatch it now, just from talking about it. Yeah. All right, yes, that's a win, Keith. Because there's always a chance. It's happened before where people just don't like these. They don't. They don't like a classic that everybody loves. So
definitely. And I love films from this era. I love there's definitely a more cynical approach, and certainly they don't all have the happy ending. This certainly didn't.
Oh no, and great ending though, dark ending, but great ending.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was cheap, just walking off, and
weren't they trying to lift that thing earlier to break through the wall, and then Chief just does it?
Yeah,
like he could have done it the whole time.
Couldn't even move it. Yeah, it was really So it was really good. Really good moment in the film. So thank you.
Yes, awesome. All right, so the way it works is Keith is going to assign me some homework assignments now. What's up?
Super quick though. I didn't watch the trailer for the show.
For Ratchet,
I just saw the part where she's like pulling into the gate or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But what did you? Now that we can talk a little spoiler, what do you think?
So I really like this trailer. Like it tries to be stylistic with the music and everything. I don't know if you've seen it, but the first half of the trailer, it's playing a song, and I get it. They're trying to play a song from the probably the late 40s or early 50s era, and it's but they're trying to how they in trailers they play a song and they keep repeating a line, and it's like cutting. But just if I watch the trailer without the music, it looks amazing, and you see her just like with the little pick thing going into the eye, and it just looks terrifying. And then there's a moment where this lady takes her peach from the fridge, like they work at the same place, and then she's like, "You have my peach," and then the lady's like, "I don't see your name on it," and then she's like, "Whoever puts their name on a peach," and then the lady's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And then Sarah Paulson's just staring at her, and she says, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do about all the things I'm gonna do about it," and it's just like chilling. And look, Sarah Paulson is perfect for that role. So I'm excited.
Yeah. See, I gotta see that. That sounds though like. Does that sound like Louise Fletcher? Like the way she would? Do you think? I don't know. Does that sound like that same character?
So here's the thing. In the novel, Nurse Ratched comes across a lot more evil in the novel. Really? So I think what they're doing is they're
basing it off that,
because Cuckoo's Nest Ratched is very kind of realistic in a way. The novel one is a bit more brutal. So I think what they're doing is they're kind of basing her more on the brutal side. And I get, and look, the way I explained it, it sounds like she was like being super aggressive. She wasn't. It was very subtle.
She's very reserved.
I'm just thinking about all the things I'm going to do about it. Like it's very like subtle, and kind of the way Louise Fletcher talks, like she doesn't really express a lot of emotion, and it's kind of creepy. So yeah, I could see where you're coming from. Like they're gonna try to make her too villainy in the show.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I'm still super stoked. Like
yeah, can't wait to see it. Yeah,
and now like you have some perspective going in, so that's awesome. All right, Keith, what are you assigning me this time around?
All right, man. So I got another documentary for you, another sports documentary.
I'm all about it. I was just telling my friends about the Courtship of Rivals, and I was just telling them how great it is.
That's so good. I've watched that probably like 4 times.
It's amazing. So yeah.
Well, this one, and I think it is. Oh no, you gotta rent or buy. So I'll tell you what, I will Venmo you the money.
You don't have to. I mean, what is it? $2.99?
It's like 3, but yeah, $2.99. So but
yeah, no worries. I don't mind. Like if every time we get challenged on Pocket Flicks, I just pay for it. It's not a big deal.
Same here. Yeah, I don't care.
I don't mind supporting these things.
$5. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's great. I would love for you to support this because this guy. I'm curious to how you'll feel about this. So this was a big one for me because I played high school basketball kind of in this era, and it might make you sad, or maybe you'll feel a little hopeful.
Okay,
it's one of those kind of things. I'm not sure, but it's called Lenny Cook. Lenny Cook was the #1 ranked high school basketball player in America, but his inevitable fall from grace will forever be remembered. So
I think I heard about this. He was a huge prospect, right? Like he was
#1 in the country.
Yeah,
in 2002, right before it was him. I think and Amari Stoudemire were the top 2 guys, and then the same year, and then LeBron. Then the next year was LeBron James because he didn't go to college. He didn't play his. Well, I don't want to spoil, but it was him. It was LeBron James, Sebastian Telfair. Like those were the top guys coming out at that time, and he was at the time like they were saying he's better than LeBron. It's crazy to think about that now.
Wow.
And watching him play, he might have been like, especially at that time.
I remember hearing about this, but I don't know much other than what you just said. Like not the LeBron stuff, but just about the tragedy and stuff. That's all I know. I don't know what happened though. I don't want to say I'm excited to watch something terrible happen, but I'm excited to watch a great documentary about this. And I know, like, that I was going to love the Courtship of Rivals one. So I trust you to know that I'm going to love this one.
You will. It's not terrible in anything like life or death situation, but it's bad in the sense of.
But if a guy goes from that to nobody knows his name, that's a tragedy in and of itself.
And just it's one of those things where, when his name is out there and he's got everyone's behind him, and then 1 or 2 little things happen, and then
and if you can,
and nobody's there.
Like, just imagine if we didn't have LeBron James in the sports world right now. Like it's it's something like that. So
So
awesome. Well, I'm excited, man.
Joakim Noah, who was played for the Bulls, and he was a good friend of his, and he helped get this made. So you'll actually see him in the doc.
Oh, cool.
It's really good. So Lenny Cook.
Awesome. So it's called Lenny Cook?
Yep, it's just called Lenny Cook, and that's Lenny. That's Cook with an E, COOKE.
Dude, I'm excited, and we'll maybe in about a week or so we'll hop on here and review that and talk about that. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for Bartley and Barnes homework assignments. Keith, I'm so glad you loved One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I'm excited to watch the Lenny Cook documentary. Thank you all for watching this video. We'll see you all next time.